Ladies and gentlemen, 22-year-old Republican rebel was blamed, for the unaliving of Mr. Charlie Kirk. As we know, Mr. Charlie Kirk was one of the biggest purveyors of hate and Trump paraphernalia than everyone else out there. He was the main guy connection to the youth. He actually helped Donald Trump with his cabinet picks. He actually put strategic people in place in order to meet the Heritage Foundation and Trump administration's goals. It's very important to keep in mind that the anger that this kid supposedly has to writing messages on bullet casings very much in lieu of Luigi. Two ways to look at this. One, it's a very carefully written, scripted scapegoat. Two, it's a Republican-raised son of a MAGA family that spent his entire life secretly angry about what mom and dad have been pushing. I don't know. We don't know what's true because the Trump show is in charge. And from the words of Kash Patel, with the 10 years he has been running the FBI, his words, all of his co-workers work diligently and blah, 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 blah. This is still the Trump show. We still don't know what actually happened. There was even baseball stealing signs behind him before it happened. Is it all a manipulated thing because they need a big, loud, super distraction from the Epstein files? Is it truly what Trumpel-Thinskin actually threatened Congress people and people who wanted the release of the Epstein files with an act of aggression towards the president? His words. Was it that? Who the hell knows? The bottom line is, this country is as angry as it is because of the hatred spewed by people just like that. This is a man who very proudly, repeatedly questioned the qualifications of everything from black pilots to black surgeons. This is a man whose hatred for anything but his skin tone runs so deep, it's only rivaled by the orange turd himself. We need to understand more than anything that this hatred's not going to stop if the one side keeps talking about stirring up reasons and excuses to hate everyone else. That is the problem we're having, is not realizing that. And when you have Republicans jumping up and down, clutching their pearls on how important it is that Brett Kavanaugh and all of the Republicans have all this protection, and any threat on a Republican's life is something worthy of extra security, but Democratic lawmakers are unalived by MAGA. School children are praying in the pews at school. And there's nothing, not a word. Charlie Kirk, one of the most disgusting opinions, had the right to that opinion and should not have ended the way it did. Nobody should be taken out for sharing their First Amendment rights. The problem is rules are being written on one side that don't apply to the other. The attitude of anger and vengeance and hatred and stirring up the shit is blamed on one side when in fact it is 100% on the other. So Nancy Mace and all these people blaming Democrats and Democratic anger for this, remember one thing. If it was this child who somehow took a sniper qualified shot without an exit, without any collateral damage, 22 years old, that was military training. This person wasn't a Democrat. The reality of these situations is specifically for stirring anger on one side, continuing the hatred. And that is why we need to stay diligent, we need to stay educated, we need to be kind, because all of us are on the same team. God bless.